Welcome to the first episode of, I honestly don't know what I'm doing. This is a video blog for novice people. This is geared towards you to maybe help answer some questions that you might have, maybe give some clarity, some insight. When you're a new dog trainer, you're having a lot of information thrown at you. And I've been training and showing my own dogs for 30 years. I don't teach, but I do tend to end up answering a lot of questions for some of my novice friends because there's just so much going on that sometimes they just need a little bit of clarity on a subject. Or, you know, maybe it's dog showing. I don't know what to take to a dog show. I don't know about ring procedure. We're going to try to tackle a lot of these topics for you. If you have a topic you want covered, drop me an email. We'll include it. We'll cover it for you. So let me give a really good example of just needing more clarity on a topic. So one of my novice friends, she has a really nice working dog that is obsessed with toys. Oh my gosh, if there's a toy around, he just goes bonkers. So in our group class, we've been working on having toys all over the place and teaching the dogs that you have to work around the toys and ignore them. So this has been going really well, except because of other things that our instructor has us working on. This particular dog is starting to show some signs of stress because sometimes stress shows up in multiple areas, even though it's only one that's creating it. So we were going to do run-throughs, and her dog started to shut down on her, and the instructor said, grab a toy and pump him up with it. So she grabbed her toy, and you could see the dog immediately went, oh, this is fun. We're going to have fun. This is great. Okay, except then she went into the ring and she started healing and the dog's shutting down. So she gets out the toy and she wags it in his face and he goes, oh, cool, a toy. And she puts it back in her pocket. Oof. So he immediately shut down a little bit more and he really didn't want to work then. So she gets out the toy and she wags it in his face. And the dog's like, this is bullshit. I don't want to do this. Why am I doing this? And so, of course, she's getting more upset because the toy's not working, and he's getting upset because she's upset, and it's a vicious cycle. And I said to her later, our instructor kept yelling at you to give him the toy, play with the toy. And she said to me, but our instructor keeps saying, don't let him play with the toy. And I said, no, okay, you're confused. So in one game, we have the toys laying around, and what we're teaching the dog is that it's up to me to decide when you play with the toy. You have to ignore all of these. These are not for you to play with. But in the ring, if you're going to show him the toy to play with, you got to give him the toy to play with because that's his reward. You're trying to get him up. It's two different things. I am now deciding to let him play with the toy versus these toys are laying here and I am deciding you are not playing with those toys. It's up to me. One is a reward, one is a distraction. When you're using the toy as a reward, if you're going to offer it to them, you've got to let them take it and play with it. Play a game of tug, get them up. I don't care if you've been training your dog and eliminating food and eliminating toys so that you're getting that nice clean healing as you're getting ready for the ring. If your dog is getting stressed out, he needs support. You back up, you get out the toy, you wag it in front of him, he grabs it, you play tug, you get him happy, you go back to your healing, and then maybe you pull it out again and you get him excited. Sometimes you have to back up in training and just let them have the toy and play with it and get them up and excited, and then you can move on and start progressing again. You've got to get that attitude, otherwise they're not going to learn. So that's one place where she needed clarification because she didn't really understand the difference between when to use toys and when not to use toys. She thought it was an all or nothing. And that was our first topic today. Wow. So our first topic was when to use toys, when not to, and there's a little bit of a clarification there that maybe it's helped you a little bit. I hope so. Stay tuned. We'll have more topics in the future.